Hi guys, welcome back. If it's your first time here, welcome. And if you've been before, then welcome. Welcome to everyone. No favouritism for people who've returned, honest to God. So I'm going to do my tea tonight and Cece's tea. So this is the third week. Cece's my dog that I've been feeding Cece human food. So predominantly she'll have veggies and salmon. So I always smell everything me. If you know me, you know me. I'm a very sniffer. So I'll just do. See, did I do that? You know what, guys? I couldn't run a raffle, you know. So bear with me. It does help, Janine, if you take the weight off the actual bowl back to nil. Poor Cece, we get nothing for a tea at that rate. I thought it had gone to 100. So I stick to 250 grams with it. At the moment, it's a bit of trial and error because she is at the weight that she should be. I had the vets last week just for a little checkup. And she's between 11.7 and 11.8 kg, and that's her kilograms, that's her weight, that's a good weight for Cece. So we're just trying it, and then in a month I'm going to get Abigail. If you don't know already, I've just had my implants removed because they'd ruptured, so at the moment I can't lift anything, I can't do an awful lot, to be fair. So, but in a month I'll get Abigail to stand on the scales and lift Cece up and weigh her to see whether she stayed the same. The vet said if she stays the same, great guns, you know. If she starts to gain, then you might have to think about taking a bit out of her diet. So basically she has salmon and veggies as a main. So that's a main. She gets fed once a day and she gets a carrot of a morning, half a carrot of a morning, and she gets carrots as treats throughout the day, little slices. But I try to give her a window where she's not fed, so try to give her 10 hours because I'm trying to look after her gut. She's got a lot of allergies, and you know, even the vet agrees if you can get her gut well, then it can only help her. So I give her a little bit of time, like I do with myself with my intermittent fasting, for the cleaners to come in and give a clean out of her colon. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, and I do think, to be fair, that she is itching less. So we know she's allergic to grass and pollen and chicken, but there's many other things that she might be allergic to. So she itches a lot. So I just think she is itching less and she's had her paws less, which is great. She's on Apoquel, which is an itchy coo stopping tablet. But yeah, I mean, will I ever be able to take her off them? I don't know, but we can try, can't we? You know. So that's the best bet for her. So some flax seeds, flax powder. Flax or seeds are good. Both, you know. So some of them, some chia seeds, just a bit of each. All good for your gut. I have spoke to the vet about this, and he said what I'm doing is really good for her. So, and she loves it, and it takes her a lot longer to eat than it used to when I was giving her the kibble, the dry food and the sardines, and just a bit of turmeric, just a bit of that on the end of the spoon. She knows dinner's coming. She's down there. I can't lift her up at the moment to show you. Normally I would, wouldn't I? But she's down by my feet, my little girlie. So some of that, and then a bit of peanut butter. So just have to get another spoon, guys. Don't want turmeric in my peanut butter, do I? So about 5 grams of peanut butter. Yeah, so that's that, like that. And then, where's my lid? Some extra virgin olive oil. So you could, the vet said it could be salmon oil, but extra virgin olive oil is good for her, and I bought this one. When I run out, will I buy the salmon oil again? I don't know. I mean, because this is good enough, and she's got a big piece of salmon in there, hasn't she? So I think I'll stick her with that. I'll keep it. He said it's fine. All he said was she might get a bit of an upset stomach with get an oil, and I said, well, to be fair, Rohan, she's already been having pilchards in sunflower oil, so I think she'll be okay. And to be fair, she is. She hasn't had the runs or anything. But yeah, so she's my little baby. She's my little girl, and I adore her. She's my little sidekick. And, you know, if you don't know, I live on my own. I've lived on my own for a long time, aside from when my kids were with me. And, you know, she's my little companion. So it works. It works for us, doesn't it, see? It works. You like it, don't you? And then I'll just give it a bit of fruit. So today's fruit of choice is apricots, a couple of apricots, and they're from Aldi. Get them in a bag. I eat them myself. So essentially she eats what I eat, which isn't, you know, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing, and I prepare her food every 4 days, so 4 days worth. So that's done. I think that's everything she's got in there. And that comes in at 252, so that's absolutely perfect. So Cece will have a tea. Mine's in the oven. I'm going to talk to you about that in a bit. And then Cece will have her tea. See, she do, you know, if I'm eating something, she scratches, and I think it's a little bit like an attention thing, because, you know, she might get a little bit nervous. She is a bit of a nervous dog, to be fair, in some aspects, but not in others. Like if leaves blow down the road or a car bangs or that, she'll go, but, you know, but she's fine, she's happy. So that's a 252, and that's her food. So, and that's what she has once a day at 5 o'clock. So I'll just mash that up a bit for her. And as I say, she'll have a little carrot of a morning. Maybe she has a tea now at 5. Say we get up and we get up and she goes out in the garden for a run, because I can't walk her at the moment. Just, you know, I can't have any tension on me armpits and me bust. And she'll go in the garden, and then we'll go back to bed for a little while. And then when I come into the kitchen, she'll have a little bit of a carrot to eat. So maybe about 9 o'clock in the morning. And she's fine with that. So what does she get? 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she gets a 9-hour window where she doesn't have anything. So, yeah, no, that's wrong, isn't it? So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe a 15-hour window. So, but that's fine. It's working for her, and I'm happy with that. And as I say, she's less itchy. It works. I think it works. I think I'm a firm believer that if you get your gut right, everything else follows. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm a bit of an expert. No, but you know, she's my little poochie, and I want her to have a balanced gut. And we know a lot of allergies do come from the gut. You can see that all over the internet. They trying to sell you stuff, and this will work and this will calm my gut and all that. And I've tried it all and it didn't work. So I'm trying my own way. I'm doing my own way now. So yeah. So probably, yeah, about 8 o'clock, maybe 7 o'clock. I don't know. There's no hard and fast rule. But basically from 5 o'clock at night, she has a tea. No, I'm telling lies, actually. Let me think about it. So 5, she has a tea. And then about 7 o'clock, we'll have some supper. And then I'll feed her again any time in the morning when I get up. Probably between 8 and 9, she'll have a bit of carrot, half a carrot. So what? So say 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 10 hours. I knew it was right. You know me. Back, front, upside down and over there and back again. But that's just who I am. And, you know, that's the way it is. But yeah, that 10-hour window. The 10-hour window I try to keep for myself. And we'll see what happens when we, you know, obviously she's not been able to go out because I've not been able to walk her. And I know you think, could you not get a dog walker? I don't want to get a dog walker for her. Do you know what I mean? She's absolutely fine. She can run in the garden. And, you know, this is our little way of doing things. And I could get someone to walk her outside, but I'm going to level with you now. I don't trust anyone else with my dog, you know, and not because they'd harm it, but because, say, another dog comes for her, and I know this is the fight or flight thing, isn't it, Janine? It's not a real fear, but I want to protect my baby girl, and she's my baby girl. My adult baby girl is 29, so she's got her own home with her own child and a partner. But this little one, she's my everything. So selfishly, maybe I'm not letting her get a walk from someone, but you know, out there, it's like I've been around where dogs have come and basically gone for her, and I've got no control over that. And in some ways, yeah, I am a bit of a control freak. I'm not ashamed to admit it. That part of my life is I don't want anyone walking my CC who I don't know. So there you go. So that's Cece's tea. She's going to have that now and enjoy it. Mine's in the oven. And then I'm going to pause, give Tilly Mint her tea. There's her Apoquel going in. I feel like I've missed some. Oh, I've missed something else. I missed the Greek yogurt. Bear with me, guys. I'm just going to pause, So yeah, just a little bit of Greek yogurt. This is the Aldi one. This is good for the gut as well. You could give kefir if you wanted to as well. Just a bit of Greek yogurt. Yeah, so she's fine. She can go in the garden and have a run around. But I am. It's like my fear, which, rightly or wrongly, my fear is that something would happen to her. You know, something could happen to her while she's with me, but I want to be the one to keep her safe. Do you get what I'm saying? She's my absolute world. I adore her. You know, she's coming up for 2 in June, and 3rd of June she's going to be 2, and I'd be absolutely lost without her. So I'm having her here with me. She's quite happy for the respite with her mammy. As long as her mammy's in with her, she's quite happy. Do you know what I mean? So, but that's the way I feel about it. I think, oh Christ, what if someone took her out and a dog walker and, you know, something happened to her? I mean, even when she was a baba and I had her in a cage when I had to go out to work, I'd come back from work and I fitted everything around CC because I she's my girl and I love her dearly and I want to make sure she's safe. Even at Christmas when she stayed overnight at Abigail's, because I couldn't put her in a taxi back, because sometimes she gets car sickness and she has a little wee. I fretted all night. So no. It was Christmas Day, Christmas Day. So obviously I was going home and I was in a taxi home and I couldn't bring her with me, and it was the worst night of my life. I'm not kidding you. So you know, if you've watched me, how much I adore her, and she's my baby, and I want to keep her safe, and I want her with me. You know, I'm not going out for, you know, a couple of weeks or however long it'll be. Won't do her any harm. We've got a massive garden. She has a run in there of a morning, and she's happy. So I've overshared. What's new? But you know, I just don't want anyone thinking, oh, that poor bloody dog. Not that I think you would, but sometimes in life we have to do what is best for ourselves, don't we? And the best plan of action for me is making sure my CC's safe with me and she's not going off with strangers. Right, I'm going to give her a tea. So there she is, having a tea. I mean, you know, what's not to love? She's absolutely adorable. Look at her little figure. Hasn't she got a great little figure? Look at her little waist. That's what the vet says to me. She's got a good waist on her, Janine. Keeping her trim like a mum. Alright guys, I'll speak to you in a bit. On this morning's video I said, didn't I, that my friend was coming today, Donna, to see me. Got this lovely plant. It's an air purifier. Look at the colours on that. Isn't that stunning? So, absolutely gorgeous. And then this is the one that Kirsten, my friend, got me. Kirsten. So put them on my windowsill because when I'm not convalescent, most of my time is spent in my kitchen. So yeah, but don't they look stunning? Absolutely stunning. Little rose plant, and that one is an air purifying plant. It's got a big long Latin name that I can't pronounce. So it's Friday, and on a Friday you can have a little bevy. So got my little glass that my daughter got me. Special mum, because I'm a special mum, I am. And then this, Zero Secco, which is from Aldi. If you don't drink, it's dead nice. Kirsten got me this, Kay, my friend. She got me it after my operation, but I didn't have a drink last Friday. I'd not long had me up, had I? And I know it's non-alcoholic, but I wasn't in the mood for supping on a fizz last week, so I'm going to have one of them. So Friday has come. The weekend is here. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. So cheers. All the best. So, you watch my channel, you know I only cook food from scratch. At this moment in time, I can't. So, I was at the point of you know, turn myself in knots because I still need to eat, and I was coming to the conclusion that I'm being unkind to myself by just eating salads and then having cottage cheese. And while that is a good food and it's nutritious, I still need hot food in my body. You know, my body's healing. I've had pretty invasive surgery. They had to dig the silicone out, and you know, it's like the bruising's quite extensive. So I was thinking to myself, why are you doing it, Janine? Why are you doing it? Why don't you just think, not start like go mad on processed food, but just take your foot off the gas a bit, girl. Do you know what I mean? And I think the fear is that I would put the weight back on again and I wouldn't be in control. And a lot of my life is about control. I am aware of that. Some areas it doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? But it is for me because I was so overweight and unhealthy and out of control. So it's important. But I thought, I'm not being kind to myself doing this. I'm actually in a time when I should be healing and being kind to myself. And I'm always saying be kind. So I need to, pardon me, eat my own words. And I thought, no. So Abigail took me to Aldi today. Now I've had this before. Kirsten will know about this because I've recommended it to her. Pardon me. And have I got a tissue down there? I've said to her before to get it. It's Aldi's and it's King Kebab. I think it's $5.99 or $6.99. And I used to buy this all the time when I was overweight. And I'd eat the whole thing. So I think I'm having a couple of triggers at the moment, thinking if I go back into them paths, you know, where I'm buying processed food, and it's not mega processed, do you know what I mean? I've looked at the ingredients, but I'm not taking too much notice of it. Will I fall back into old habits? And I have to have faith in myself to know, no, I won't. There's a difference between me emotionally overeating and me nourishing my body. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, you know, there's a difference in me having a treat and giving myself something because I've been good. I don't need to be good. And these were all old patterns that I used. I've been good today, I can have that. You know, food should be a reward, but it's also because, you know, if you like your food, you like your food. It's also, we have to eat to live, and we have to eat good nutritious food. So I was thinking to myself, yeah, you might be having all these salads, but you're not having any meat, Janine, in your diet. And you know, if your body's healing, it's going to need that protein. And yet you're having a protein shake, but that's not real, is it? And if you argue the toss, Janine, that's probably got more junk in it than that has. And it was right. So I thought today, right, I'm going to take my foot off the gas. You know, while I'm getting well, I'm just going to be a bit more lax on myself with processed foods and stuff like this so that I can have meals and enjoy them, because I was getting to the point where I was like, I don't want to eat it. I mean, I made that salad last night that I showed you. That's what's left. So I also run the risk of under-eating as well, don't I? And, you know, I don't want to lose any more weight. So, you know, it's sometimes in life we have to make choices, don't we, that sort of go against the grain of what I've been so strict about this last, you know, certainly the last year. That I just think, no, you can do it. I am strong enough to know that I'm not going to eat a full one of them again. Do you know what I mean? It's like I'm in a different part in my life than where I was when I could eat a full one of them. Now, I'm not saying that people shouldn't eat a full one of them. That's not what I'm saying. Did you get me? But for me, you know, someone of my size, a full one of them, and I used to eat a full one of them and about 4 wraps. A lot. I ate a lot. I was emotionally eating. And I've come such a long way on my journey that I know I'm strong enough to be able to go back into processed foods. Not to the extent, but that I'm not going to, you know, start overeating again. And I have to trust my own strength, don't I? Because I'm a strong person and I know. So what I'm going to have tonight is some of this. Now this says 4. So obviously I've looked at the calories. I'm not going to lie. For a quarter of it, it's 291 calories. Very low fat, 11.1 of which saturates 2.7. And then the carbs, 6.2, it's chicken, isn't it? Protein is quite high, so 41.2 for a quarter of it. So, do you know what? I'm going to practice what I preach, and I'm going to be kind to myself, and I'm going to have this nice tea. I've bought these wraps, just let me pause you. So these, to be fair, I haven't even looked at the calories on that. You know, or what's in them. I thought, no, there's no point, because I'll be an elder going, oh, can't eat them, and I need to break this pattern for the moment while I'm getting better, don't I? You know, give my body the nourishment it needs. Now I can sort of think about, well, if I give up that, no, I'm not doing this give up and give up. I'm just going to eat intuitively when I'm hungry for nice nourishment, do you know what I mean? But nourishment that might have a few more, Cece's got a tissue, a few more, excuse me guys, she'll eat it otherwise, bear with me. I'm back. So yeah, I've looked at the calories, I've glanced at the calories, but I'm not going to be going strict on myself with calories again, because I'm just giving up one thing to substitute it for another. I've got to trust my own mind to know that, you know, all I'm doing is having a bit more processed food. I am still in control, and the reason I'm doing it is because my body needs nourishment. So by me thinking, well, I'm not having processed food or ultra processed food, I'm depriving my body at a time when it really needs nourishment. You know, there's a lot going on in there, like all those little things have got to work. And will it might have a little bit of effect on my microbiomes? Well, it might do, but at this moment in time, I've got to make a choice, haven't I? And I need to eat more substantially. So that is what I am going to do. So I don't have to pause you. I don't even know whether you have to cook them. Bear with me. You have to grill them. Don't know what's happening here, guys. Excuse me. So put one under the grill. So we all know that scientists say that, you know, eating too much ultra processed foods makes you more hungry. We know that. However, the reason I was eating in the habits that I was eating was because I had a lot of work to do on myself, you know, therapy wise. Will I always, you know, having food noise? Of course I will. But it's like I'm in a different place now to where I was then, and I'm stronger and mentally stronger for the fact that I've worked through all those things, that the reasons why I was an emotional eater, because I was unhappy, I was deeply unhappy, do you know what I mean? So I've worked through them. So I've got to trust myself now, haven't I, to think, I know I can do this, I can do it. Am I going to go back after I'm well to keeping on eating ultra processed foods? No, because it doesn't serve me anymore to do that. But while this is happening and I'm healing, I'm going to use the industry of processed foods. This isn't ultra processed, it's chicken with spices, and it's got a bit of guar gum in it. When in the grand scheme of things, it's not bad for you. But maybe as well, this will be a good lesson for me, because it's taught me that I have to relax a bit. You know, it's okay, Janine. You know, I'm at my target weight now. I'm okay. I don't have to be in control of this so much anymore. So, you know, it can only be a good thing. Everything happens for a reason. The universe will only give you what you need, won't it? And at this moment in time, I need to be able to take my foot off the gas, because I can't stand in the kitchen cooking, but not deprive myself of like food because I can't stand and cook. So there you go, bit of a ramble, but I like my rambles, do you know what I mean? So I'm going to have that salad that I made last night, because there's nothing wrong with it, it's still fresh, I'm not going to waste it. And I've got that flatbread under there, and I'm going to have, I got some mozzarella cheese, so grated mozzarella cheese, which I don't know what I've done with my scissors, I've lost them. I've had them before, but I can't find them, so the other scissors, I have to be careful, I won't put myself in. The other scissors broke, didn't they? And when Abigail took me out last week wasn't it? I meant to buy some, but I didn't. So there you go. But I've only just quite okay, haven't I? So yeah, I'm not going to weigh my cheese, because I was at that point, wasn't I, where I'd stopped on the NutriCheck, and I'd stopped weighing things and all that, and I was doing fine. I was maintaining. I still am maintaining. I can go up 5 pounds on the scales, but that's okay. My body's going to retain water, and this is what it's all about, isn't it? If you're on a journey yourself, you know, trusting that you've achieved it. If you've got to where you are, you know, on your goal weight, or whether you've not been weighing yourself with your clothes, then trust yourself. think, no, I can do this. I don't need them scales anymore. Do you know what I mean? I don't need them, you know, and let me trust my own judgment, because I'm a strong person, and I know if you've lost a lot of weight and it's been a struggle for you, and you've got to the end, or even if you've only just lost £2 and you started, then you're a strong person and you can do it. And just as I know I can do it, I know you can do it too. So there's me chicken. What I do is drain a bit of the fat off about 10 minutes before it's ready. Well, it's not fat, well, it's juices and fat. And for no reason other than, even when I was eating a hell of one, that's what I used to do, and Kirsten will vouch for me for that. So, me breadstick, I was going to say, me grill pan, I've had some codeine again, peeps, so I tried not to have any today. I'm having less than what I normally have, but I've got a lot of pain today, so, but that's fine. You know, it's bound to be like that. So these come on like these sticks. Them sticks. Do you know what them sticks are called? Because I can't remember. I don't know what they're called. Sticks, they're called. You've got a name for them, but skewers, that's the one. Skewers. I've nearly dropped this twice already. If it goes on the floor, I'm doing the 5-second rule. I'm telling you that for nothing. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to go, I'm having a quarter. I'm just going to go and look at it and think, right, what looks like a reasonable amount of food to eat? So I've got that, which is one piece. And then I might put this back in for a bit and make it a bit more crispy. So, and then I've got that, which is 2 pieces, and then I'm going to lob that back in because it's not crispy enough for me, to be fair, guys. But so that's enough. That's a good portion size, isn't it? You know what I mean? No, I might have a little bit more. That looks a bit stingy, doesn't it? Let's be honest. Hold on. Oh, me breadstick. Me nam's burning. It's not a nam, it's a flatbread, isn't it? You know what I mean, don't you? So I'm going to have a little bit more. Yeah. So I'm moving away from that fear that, you know, oh, I could overeat again if I have that chicken that I used to have when, you know, I did have a problem with my portion controls and I couldn't stop eating. And I'm thinking, no, Janine, you're not that person anymore. So why are you putting yourself... Why are you putting yourself back in that ballpark, doing yourself a disservice by thinking that you'll fail when I've succeeded, haven't I, by losing all the weight I've lost? So clearly I can do it. Do you know what I mean? So why am I doubting myself? What's wrong with me? I can do it. I'm a strong woman. You know, I'm a strong woman. I've been through a lot, you know, and it's nourishment. Don't you go by the oven, Cece. She'll stick her head in the oven, won't she? And she's got no fear, this dog, for some situations, as I said, but in others, she has. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to shred that up. And just get myself like that. And I'm not going to think about it and feel, oh, you know, I shouldn't be eating this or that. I'm going to remember that my body needs nourishment, and that in order to nourish it, because it's healing, I need to give it half-decent food, don't I? Not live on butties. So yeah, lesson learned for me today. And I'm glad I can share it with you because, you know, it's all about being open and honest in life, isn't it? And then, just give yourself a bit of cheese. Yeah, sweet pea. And we can share our fears, can't we? And say, this is how I feel and I'm scared this will happen. And if we share them, then the problem shared and the problem halved, shall we say. We can then think, you know, have people by us saying, no, come on, you're stronger than you think you are. You know what I mean? That's what my friends say to me. In fact, I've got a picture in my hall I'll show you one day that my friend Diane, you know, my friend who passed away, she got it for me, and it's very, very true, but I'll show you that on another day. So I'm going to have some spring onions with it, and then some of this nice salad that I had yesterday and I didn't eat, you know. So, I mean, to be fair, it's, as well, if I don't start being sensible and listening to my body, I'm more likely to binge eat, aren't I? Because I'm starving, and that's not a good thing, is it, for anyone? So yeah. So that's me for today. I have a few more things to tell you, but I'll keep them for another day. There's always something, I'm at home and don't have a lot to talk about. Although, as I've said to you, I'm having some jalapenos. I always think of Kirsten when I have jalapenos because she loves them. And I always come on and go, I won't have anything to talk about, and then I just talk about stuff, don't I? And that's fine, isn't it? It's nice to talk. So I've got my flatbread as well, haven't I? I've put that chicken back in for a bit longer. So I've given myself a nice nutritious tea rather than deny myself because I can't. It's processed food. I've given myself what my body needs. And I've trusted myself to go, come on, Janine, you're not going to start overeating again. You're not in the same place you were a year ago or 18 months ago. You're here in the here and now, and you're strong, and you know that food is for nourishment, not for emotionally eating. Do you know what I mean? If you feel sad, lean into why you feel sad. Don't go and get a Mars bar. And I know all that now because I've taught myself, so I need to give myself the credit that I'm due. And the credit is that I've got this. 100% I've got this. So, if that resonates with you, you just have some faith in yourself as well. Do you know what I mean? So, I burnt my flatbread, I'm not going to lie. Let's have a little look at it. Because I was churning it on. It's like a frisbee now. But I'm going to just have it. Normally, I'd just break it off and put a bit of chicken on, a bit of salad like that, finger food. And I'm going to go and enjoy it. So as I always say, thank you for listening all the time. I'm so grateful. But if any of that rings with you, just think about it. Think about how strong you've been to overcome anything. Anything. It doesn't have to be food related. Pardon me. And if you're getting a bit of doubt, just think back and think, hold on, I am strong. I might feel a bit weak now, but I'm strong, and lean into that strength. Do you know what I mean? All right, guys. So, as I always say, take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. Look after yourself and love yourself and give yourself a big hug. I've needed a big hug today, albeit, my friend's been round to see me. But I've needed a big hug emotionally today, and I thought I've had to think about what's triggering in my brain with my food. So I hope that you when you give yourself that hug, sometimes it's to think what are my needs, what's worrying me, what's on my mind. And if you don't feel you can speak to someone about it, then write it down, journal it, get to the Untold app, or just think about it and be open to your feelings. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, I'm going. It's been lovely talking, as always. I'm going to go and enjoy this nice tea and my nice little bit of fizz. Sit and watch a bit of the telly and be proud of myself that, it's okay, isn't it? It's okay not to have so much control, Janine. I'm going to be okay. Mwah. Bye-bye. And you're going to be okay too. Bye-bye.